in the coaching realm. Coffee is like life.
Me and Jem have a bit of a joke about that. Like, I think I tagged her in this meme the other day. It was like when you've had like no sleep, this, that, and then the little Band-Aid picture, and it's like, this is what coffee does.
Oh, for sure. Well, those early mornings, and then by the time you get to 12, it feels like 3.
Yeah, it feels like you've been awake all day because you got up at 4:35 to start your work at 6 or whatever. And
do you feel like that kind of impacted? Because obviously you train evenings when you're at West Coast. Did that have an impact on your ability to train, or not really? You didn't think about it.
I think looking back now, like when I first hurt my hamstring, like when I first tore it initially, I had a lot of stuff going on. I was working really early mornings and obviously training late at night at Subi and at Eagles at the time. And then loading wise was probably, it got stuffed up. And then poof, hamstring gone. But yeah, I definitely think when I was at prac and then rolling straight back into work. So yeah, I start work most days, like in season, I was starting pretty much every day, like 6 o'clock. So I'd be waking up at 5 and then like not working super long hours, but then doing uni in between and then not getting home from footy till like 10 o'clock at night. I think when you think about it, that definitely would have contributed because my sleeping pattern was like I'd, probably go to bed at like 11 because by the time I got home and then showered and stuff and wind down, it's 11 o'clock. Then I have to get up at 4:35 every single day. Like, I was doing it, but I don't know how well I was doing it, if that makes sense. So, you roll in, obviously be present for everything that you're doing, but I think it did slowly start to catch up with me, and then I was probably just getting really fatigued. And then because some stuff at footy, like obviously being injured was really frustrating, so it was starting to really like kind of piss me off because I was like, I just want to be playing, and then was tired. And so I think, if you look at it, it all kind of contributes. And I'm not the only person in that boat. Like, there'd be lots of girls that either working all day or starting early, and it's just ridiculous.
Do you feel as well that, because obviously this would have been time in like study and exams, all that stress from work and studying compounded in the physical, like it came out physically, the ramifications of all that stress? Yeah,
I think so. Like when I ended up having a scan to say that I had a stress fracture, and I think that was the biggest issue with my nerve as well, because obviously there was a nerve issue, like my nerve got irritated from my hamstring surgery. But then I think on top of that was the stress of like being injured at footy, and then what that means, like not playing, then what that means after that. And then uni and the just general life things. Like I think all of that together, then like, because I had nerve pain like right up until like our last week at Eagles, I could still only do like 15 calf raises on my left leg compared to 30 on my right, because I still wasn't quite getting that message through. And then as soon as footy finished, it actually got better. And I think that has to do with a couple other things that changed as well. Right, I got to work with people that certain people that I wanted to work with, and probably wasn't really enjoying working with at Eagles. And then I didn't have to work with them anymore. So I think that definitely helped there, because it just took a bit of that stress away. Then uni finished up again, stress gone away. So I think, definitely it amounted to potentially the injuries that I had. Obviously, stress fracture would initiate a stress, but then all that together with that calf issue that I had was then loading up on my bone. Again, because I had a lot going on. Then when I had that, my sister was getting married at that time. Not that that was stressful for me, but that's still a lot going on. Like that was one of the funnest things I ever did. But like, that's a lot.
A lot of things you have to do.
And I was at prac at ECU at the time. So we'd start each day at 8 and I wouldn't finish till 5 and then roll straight into training. So I'd leave home at 6 o'clock in the morning to catch a train to get up to Joondalup, then not get home from footy till 10 o'clock. And I was like, whoop.
Train to Joondalup.
Yeah. I mean, it was only 2 weeks, but that was a massive 2 weeks. And I was kind of
When I did that same thing, it was 2 weks. We went home. My mate and I were like, "Fuck, we need a holiday."
Yeah, and it's exhausting because you literally like obviously your masters was kind of online before that point. And like I loved going to uni when I was in my undergrad and stuff, but we were never there like 8 till 5 every day ever.
No.
Maybe one day, if that. I don't think me and my friends were ever there that long.
How many coffees did you kick back during those 2 weeks?
Too many. There's like 3 coffee shops right near the train station at Joondalup, so I just walk off and then probably get another one at lunchtime because that's when everyone else kind of wanted a coffee. So spent a lot of money on coffee that week.
How you going? Is the sun hitting you right?
Nah, she'll be right.
You sure? Don't want to pull the blind over?
Nah.
You good?
It's keeping me warm.
Okay, awesome. How do your exams go?
Good, I think. So assuming they went well, I'm done.
Done?
Master of Strength and Conditioning.
Dang.